Hey, what's up YouTube? I am Henry Vernon from ACC Driving School. I'm making this video to go over the things that will fail you on your actual driving test. I have that video like that on the channel, but I keep getting a request to make that video again. So I'm gonna take the time to make that video. Now, before I get into the video, I'm gonna ask you guys, please subscribe to my other YouTube channels. So I have Exotic Car Culture. If you're into cars, if you're a car enthusiast, that channel covers, cars. I have 2 custom cars, and I go to shows and, try to show as many custom, beautiful cars as possible. I go to car shows, car meets, car events. Okay, that channel, if you're into cars, you will love that channel. Then I have the sound system channel. That's Sequence Sound. If you're into sound system, if you're into dancehall music, reggae music, sound system, Jamaican sound system, that would be the channel for you. Again, subscribe to Sequence Sound. That's the YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed to this channel already, then I would please ask you to subscribe to ACC Driving School, this channel. Now, let me get into the video. So, there are a lot of things that can fail you in the driving test. But let me tell you the things that disqualifies you automatically. Automatic disqualifications. Like, for instance, when you start the driving test, they will tell you to reverse from the parking space and go to the left, usually, right? All right, wherever they tell you to go. But if you start the driving test and you end up on the wrong side of the road, so you backed out of the space, and instead of going back to the right lane, you end up on the left side of the road, you are automatically disqualified, right? While driving down the road, if you're driving on the wrong side, you will be disqualified. If you come to a stop sign and you drive through the stop sign without stopping, you're automatically disqualified. Okay, now driving, the test is done in a shopping center. So the maximum speed is between 5 and 10 miles per hour. So if you're doing 20-25 miles per hour in the shopping center, you're probably going to be disqualified. Okay, if you hit a curb anywhere during the driving test, you will be disqualified. Now, while driving, they'll tell you at some point to speed up to 20 and do a sudden stop and then reverse in a straight line. Now, when you speed up to 20, they'll say try not to skid. So if you speed up to 20, 25 and slam the brakes and skid, they can fail you if they want to. Sometimes they won't, sometimes they will. So you want to do that sudden stop without skidding. When they tell you to reverse, they're going to say reverse in a straight line for like 30 feet. Now you got to try to reverse in a straight line in your lane. Let me repeat that. You're going to reverse in a straight line in your lane. You cannot end up on the other side of the road, and you cannot end up in the parking lot. So when you're reversing, you have to look behind you and roll straight back. Now, if you're reversing with your head straight ahead like that, they're going to disqualify you. You must turn your head and look back like that when you're reversing, right? So that disqualifies you. If you're looking forward and if you end up going on the other side of the road, that will disqualify you. Now, when they tell you to go into the parking space, you're gonna park in between some cones. If you knock down the cone, you're automatically disqualified, going into the space or coming out of the space. If you knock down the cones, you will be disqualified automatically. Okay? Now, the next thing that they ask you to do is the 3-point turn. So you are allowed to, you can get up to 8 points for the 3-point turn. So if you don't signal, you will get points. That won't disqualify you, but you will get 8 points for not signaling. But while doing the 3-point turn, if you hit the curb, you're disqualified. If when you back up, you reverse into the parking space, that disqualifies you also. So you have to turn around within the area that they tell you to turn around without hitting the curb or going into the parking space. If it's parking spaces on either side, you have to do it without going into the parking space on either side. And again, you have to keep the speed between 5 and 10 miles per hour. When they ask you the question, you know, they're going to ask you, if you're parked facing uphill, what direction do you turn the steering wheel? The answer is left, away from the curb. What else do you do? Put the car in park, pull up your parking brake, turn off the ignition. Now, if you don't answer those questions at all, they can fail you for not answering. If they ask you the question and you don't answer, you look at them and you don't say a word, you will be disqualified. If you answer them incorrectly, you will get negative points. Points are fine as long as it doesn't go over 30. You can get 30 points and you still pass the driving test. 31 points will fail you, right? So when they ask you the question, even if you're not sure of the answer, it's better to answer it incorrectly than to just look them in the eye and not answer. I've had students do that. They just look at the examiner and say nothing. Well, you will be disqualified for saying nothing, but you will not fail if you answer incorrectly. Just remember that. Now, those are all of the things, as far as I can remember, that would disqualify you, right? Not stopping, hitting the curb, driving on the wrong side of the road, knocking down the cone, hitting the curb, or going into the parking space on either side while doing the three-point turn. Driving too fast will disqualify you. And when reversing, ending up in the wrong lane or into the parking space or not looking back, those things will disqualify you. All right? So I hope that helps, because I keep getting requests to make this video, and I have this video on the channel already. So yeah, making this one now, and I hope that helps. Now I'm gonna ask you guys one more time to subscribe to my other channels: Exotic Car Culture and Sequence Sound. YouTube, Exotic Car Culture, Sequence Sound. TikTok is ACC Nation. Now I post everything on TikTok. I have driving school stuff, I have sound system stuff, and I have car stuff. So my TikTok channel has pieces of all of my channels. All right. So again, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video.